Atma Sannyasa Yoga, the obstacles. Sri Krishna said, Arjuna, one should renounce all desires born out of deliberate thinking and control the senses well through the mind and keep the mind near the Lord. Again and again the mind will wander, but watch it and bring it back to dwell upon the self. Do not allow any other train of thought to interrupt you. He who thus quietens the mind, the best of joys come to him. He becomes free of all sins and gets bliss. The yogin becomes equal visioned and sees the one self in all and all in the one self. The yogin becomes equal vision and sees the one self in all and all in the one self. Such a man never loses me, nor is he lost to me. He who considers the joys and sorrows of all beings as his own is the best of yogins. Arjuna asked, Krishna, this yoga of equanimity cannot be permanent because of the nature of the fickle and tempestuous mind. It is willful and turbulent. How can one ever keep it quiet? Krishna replied, Yes, what you say is correct. But even this turbulent mind can be brought under control slowly by continuous practice and real dispassion. A man without control over himself cannot attain it, but a self-controlled man can attain this permanent state of equanimity. Arjuna again asked, This will take a long time. Over years, a man has to give up the ordinary pleasures in life and continuously do sadhana. If he reaches the goal before he dies, well and good. The effort is worth it. But supposing a man striving hard over years dies without attaining it, is not his entire life futile? Please explain this thoroughly, since I cannot get any other teacher capable of teaching me. Krishna replied with great kindness, for he could understand the despair that filled Arjuna's bosom. My child, know that a doer of good actions never comes to grief. If at all he falls from yoga, it is because of lingering desires. So when he dies without attaining his goal, he will reach noble worlds and enjoy divine joys for a long time. Then he will be born in a rich, cultured family. Sometimes a sadhaka may fall from yoga because his lifespan is too short. Then he will be born straight away in a yogin's family where he will have the chance of finishing his sadhana. Such a birth is very rare indeed. This yogin of equanimous mind is better than a man of book knowledge and better ever than a man of action. Of all the yogins of controlled mind, they are best who revel in me with faith. Arjuna's two questions indicate the two obstacles in the path of full self-control. The mind wanders. It is like the surface waters of a lake. Any passing breeze is sufficient to disturb the water, and the ripples spread over the whole lake. So too, the slush from under the bottom of the lake produces bubbles of disturbance from underneath. The mind is disturbed by the outside information collected by the senses, which are always busy. This can be avoided by real dispassion born out of proper discrimination. But old habits die hard. Even with the dispassion, the mind may still wander. The habit of thinking about worldly things was acquired by us over many lives and cannot be easily shed except with rigorous practice. This is to wean away the mind from its usual haunts by giving it a new trend of thoughts in the spiritual line. Satsangs, study of scriptural texts, discussions with other seekers, japa of a mantra, puja, etc. help in creating a new direction for the thought flow of the mind. This is how one should practice. What is the criterion of a true yogi? It is not the number of hours he sits in the temple, turning the beads, but it is his capacity to find the Lord in and all around him, and his capacity to feel for others. If he cannot feel the joys and sorrows of others, he can never claim to have known the one God who is present in all. A real yogi rushes to help one and all and does not dismiss the sufferings of others contemptuously. The assurance given to Arjuna's doubt is very, very necessary for people like us. When people take to spiritual sadhana, others make fun of them and taunt them that they are missing all the beautiful, enjoyable things of life. A sadhaka misses nothing. If there are lingering desires, the Lord will fulfill them and also give him another chance to complete his sadhana. We often see cases where some children are born precocious with extraordinary powers of intelligence. Such cases are proof of how the previous life's faculties are brought forward in the new body. A Sankaracharya, a Ramana Maharishi, a Vivekananda are not freaks, but yogins who carried out the last phases of their previous sadhana in this birth. This chapter concludes with the declaration of the Lord that the yogins of self-control are better than others. An ounce of practice is better than tons of bookish knowledge. All austerities and actions must lead a man to the point of full control of the mind to enjoy the ineffable joy within, or else everything is futile. However, control of the mind is not in itself the goal. The mind has to discover the Lord and disappear into him. Hence, the Lord declares that of all these yogins, the one who turns his mind to the Lord is the best.